these big deviants is all catching hell in
Y'all heard the fan in the back?
2024.
Y'all heard
It's
the
up
fan in
for
the back?
all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
That nigga was so right. Niggas have been coming crazy all 24, from Diddy to Drake to just a whole bunch of niggas.
I think it's time to watch the party die. It looks like we finally got the
biggest, blackest demon of
the world, Cat Williams. Your prediction finally came true. You are absolutely right. So on September 16, 2024, P.Diddy Doodah, aka P. Diddler, got arrested in New York City on amazing charges. I mean, stuff that we didn't even think was possible to even claim that P. Diddy did. The official charges were...
This nigga got caught with racketeering. This nigga got a RICO case. Nigga got a racketeering case, sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion, transportation to engage in prostitution, kidnapping, forced labor, and obstruction of justice. This nigga's not seeing the light of day again. Well, he has billions of dollars. He might actually see the light of day again. But this nigga's probably not gonna see the light of day ever again.
Racketeering, and there were a lot of other things in it, which we'll get to in a second here. But it's crazy because P. Diddy was just in the streets chilling, literally at a local park, canoodling with some other people. Like nothing was ever gonna happen to him because he still felt like Mr. Untouchable. But I knew that he knew this day was coming. He stopped cutting his hair for a reason. And ultimately, I could do nothing but applaud. The chickens have come home to roost. We can finally sell.
Oh my God. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. We just getting started with this. We trying to figure out things. Appreciate that.
Celebrate. P. Diddy is getting a... Oh, damn. I am...
Them elbows is crazy. Yeah. Them elbows is nasty. What the hell? Nah, that's crazy.
Hold on.
This how my... I ain't gonna lie, though. This how my knees be looking. No cap. I'm gonna be honest. This how my knees be looking. Dead ass.
Second, I'll be back. I can't do this video this ashy. Now, it's no secret that P. Diddy is a rap villain in his own regards. He has pleaded not.
Why do you have this? Nah, this nigga's different. This nigga's different. This nigga trolling. This nigga trolling. This nigga trolling. Why do you have this much baby oil, bro? Why do you have this much baby oil, bro? All right, not too much. Not too much. Not too much on my knees. Why do you have this much baby oil, bro? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15 bottles of baby oil is crazy, bro.
I'm guilty to all of these charges, which includes trafficking, but there's so much evidence out there that P. Diddy was doing all of the stuff that these people alleged him to do that I don't see how he gets out of any of these situations. He's got some forced labor, some kidnapping, some racketeering, and probably his worst crime of them all, baby oil buying. Now, I don't know about you, but based off of what they're saying P. Diddy did.
Listen. Why the fuck does this nigga need 1,000 bottles of baby oil? 1,000 bottles of baby oil is ridiculous. What are you doing with 1,000 bottles of baby oil? How much lubricant do you need? If you need that much lubricant, that's how I know this shit not consensual. If you need that much lubricant, I know this shit not consensual, bro.
I don't see why they shouldn't throw him underneath the jail. I mean, he's an R. Kelly Epstein variant, and I believe that he doesn't deserve to see the light of day ever again. Not only is he facing those criminal charges, he's also being hit with a bunch of civil suits from long-term employees that used to work at his Bad Boy Entertainment that are no longer willing to sit down and lay down while he gets to be the man that he is in this industry.
We do have breaking news this evening. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in Manhattan after a grand jury indicted him. Multiple sources are telling ABC News. We're told that federal agents with Homeland Security took him into custody. The singer and producer has been facing scrutiny since his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, accused him of trafficking and years of abuse in a 2023 lawsuit.
Now this video was so crazy. Nah, like, did y'all see it? Nah, this video was so crazy.
Now hear me when I say this. On this channel,
bro. He snatched shorty, boom, down to the ground, right? Boom, down to the ground. Then proceeded. Say this is shorty, right? Say this is shorty, right? This is shorty. This is shorty. Ma clip it. This is shorty, right? She running to the elevator. He comes running in style. Da, 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 da. He goes, boom. He goes, boom, right? He goes, boom, right? He throw that bit down. He walk around. He go, boom, boom. Me, whoa. Boom. I'm like, bro, it's never that serious. It's never that serious, gang. It's never that serious, gang. It's never that serious. Nigga stomped her out in the middle of the hotel hallway. It's never that serious, gang.
We don't like to jump the gun when it comes to any sort of criminal activities at all, because it could just be totally out of pocket with the accusations, and we've seen how that can go in today's day and age. Once that name is brought through the mud like that, it is very, very, very hard to get back from all of that. But in the case of P. Diddy, I don't think that that's the case. So I'm gonna go ahead and report on it because this is a freaky nigga. One of the reasons why I believe that Diddy did all this stuff is because of the whole Cassie situation. And I'm gonna get to that in a second. I have to say, Diddy also did propose some sort of bail, but it seems like everybody...
All right, so this is this nigga's bail package. $50 million in bond. His home in Miami, which is another $48 million. So we had $100 million. This nigga's mother's home in Miami. His travel privileges. His passport surrendered. And all his family members' passports too. This nigga put up $100 million in property and $100 million, half cash, half property, his mom's home, his passport, and his family's passports. Because he's a freak. Because he's a freak. Because he's a freak. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all niggas a question. Are you asking your moms to give up her home because you a freakazoid? Real spill. Are you asking your moms to give up her home because you a freakazoid? Serious question. Let me know, man. I'm not asking my mom to give up her homes because I'm a freakazoid. Give up your $1 million home that you lived in, that you live comfortably in because you a freakazoid, to give up your travel privileges and your passport because your son's a freak? Nah, gang. I don't think I can rock with that. I don't think I can do that with moms. I don't think I can do that with moms. Dead eyes. But, you know, to each their own. To each their own.
Is caught on to his shenanigans and his antics, so naturally the judge did deny that bail. In that bail proposal, he said that he was gonna pay $50 million. They will also take hold of his $48 million residency in NYC. He was also gonna give up his mom's home in Miami, Florida, which is insane to think that these people are still backing him, but hey, it's your family, you go down with the ship. He was said to have forfeited his travel privileges to only being South Florida and to New York City and potentially any other places that had any criminal activities where he had to go to court and stuff like that. Those would be the only places that he could travel, so he couldn't get his freak offs off anymore. And then not only was he gonna surrender his passport, but he was gonna surrender the passport of people nearby him, which mean his sons.
This nigga deadass gonna put baby on the whole video?
His mother as well, which is incredibly crazy. I'm not some sort of legal expert, but I'd never heard of a situation where the mother has also had to forfeit a passport based off of the son's actions. This is making me believe that he did all this shit. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the courts had denied P. Diddy getting any sort of bail in this situation, and I don't disagree with the decision because any hope or faith that people had that these wrongdoings weren't done by P. Diddy was totally thrown out of the window a couple months ago when the whole Cassie Ventura video came out.
Obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seemed to match those seen in this video.
And a lot of people still had hope in bail for P. Diddy in that situation prior to the video coming out because he's an affluent man. He's somebody who's loved. He's et cetera, even though there were all these stories that came out. But once the cold, hard video came out of us seeing what P. Diddy did in the exact recollection that Cassie had, there was no more defending to be done for P. Diddy. So I could see why the judge in this situation did not say, oh, we're going to grant P. Diddy any sort of leniency in this regard, is because he is known to be a menace to society. And they claim he's not a flight risk, but this man is too powerful to be out on the streets, no matter what his lawyer tries to conjure up. Now, the biggest damning and most freaky thing on the internet right now is the description of these freak-offs. And while it is funny to make fun of them sometimes, there is some seriousness in the whole situation. P. Diddy used to hold these freak-offs in his million-dollar homes where he would have male be chained up and whipped and degraded and drugged up to continuously engage in acts. It was reported that they found thousands of bottles of lubricant and baby oil so he can be engaged in these actions with these different peoples and have women all around while he sat there and either recorded, participated, or baited off on the side. Now, I know about gooning, but this is a
nasty. This nigga Diddy is so nasty, bro. Nigga Diddy is so nasty, bro.
Totally different extent. What was crazy is, and what puts this really into perspective, is that P. Diddy systematically had these participants partake in like liquid IVs. No, not the drink, but I'm talking about needles in arms, so these people could keep their energy and stamina up so they didn't pass out based off of how much sex would be involved.
Dukes, she's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. This nigga is crazy. Niggas gotta be put on IVs because they're that dehydrated from sex? How much sex is happening? Oh, no, this nigga different. This nigga different. This nigga's an actual real life villain. This is a villain. Don't tell me your mom's a part of the freak off. Mom's a part of the freak off? Nah, gang. Mom's a part of the freak off? You have your mom's a part of the freak off, bro? No wonder she's cool with giving up her home. She's guilty. She's guilty. No wonder she's cool with giving up her home. She's guilty. Why is your mom's a part of the freak off? Nah, bro.
What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Now, I don't know how you could even conjure up a story like that. That is literally out of some sort of storybook. That just goes to show how powerful and freaky P. Diddy is in these regards. And this is a man who deserves literally no sympathy at all. And not only were thousands of bottles of baby oil found on the premise, there was also that looked like he was stockpiling for some sort of world war of people coming for Diddy. Well, and maybe there were people coming for Diddy, but not in the sense that I'm talking about. You know what I mean.
An alleged cartel member files a lawsuit against Diddy, claiming that Puff ruined his drug business after trying to arrange for brought to one of his parties. A judge dismissed the suit.
Okay, now this is just stupid. You telling me a cartel member went to a judge to sue Diddy because Diddy fucked up this guy's illegal drug trade? Because Diddy was, first off, Diddy was asking minors to come. Never mind.
Because the cartel member's business is not a legally protected interest. Like what? That's like being sued by the devil. You really think about it though, that's kind of crazy. Like Diddy was trying to arrange brought what? So he was trying to use the cartel for minors to be brought to one of his parties? Is that what I'm getting from this? Some trafficking stuff.
This nigga wanted to go through the cartel. This nigga wanted to go through the cartel for sex trafficking to get minors for his parties. And a byproduct of that was ruining somebody's drug business. Tell me this is not a fucking villain. Tell me this is not a villain in a comic book. Tell me this nigga Diddy is not a villain in a comic book.
No, it's not far-fetched.
And the crazy thing for P. Diddy right now is not only are these federal charges being brought, like I said, the civil charges are also being brought from countless people who had to endure some of these things, and even some more criminal charges are being brought because P. Diddy's been doing this stuff for a while. He has racked up a case against him nationwide of different people claiming to manipulated kids. Just a myriad of things that happen to them under the supervision or direct order from P. Diddy himself. He's been known to be in tune with plenty of artists, and we can see how those situations have turned out. Not to speculate too much, but Cassie, Usher, and even the late Kim Porter have all been suffering at the hands of P. Diddy. And to see it come to a head right now is a great thing, but it makes me think about how terrible the industry is for hiding all this stuff. And I get it. P. Diddy definitely has the power to make anybody famous that he wanted to, so that could be a situation as to how he was able to get away with these things. But by God, at some point when you see 10,000 baby oil bottles, you have got to say something. Now, I will give people credit here because P. Diddy seemed to be actually ending or attempting to end people's lives, allegedly. And all of this is allegation, of course, but boy, am I inclined to believe these allegations. This is probably why anybody who ever spoke out on P. Diddy seemed to be doing so in such a coded way that it was either hard to really interpret or nail the guy, or we just had to chalk it up to them being totally crazy and just being a wacko because, hey, it didn't make any sense, but now everything is coming to the light.
The nigga Pop was like, yeah, like, oh, it's like, yo, so yo,
50 been telling y'all about this nigga Diddy. 50 been telling y'all about this nigga.
Don't get the chance to, you know, to kick it. Like, we could just hang out. Nigga, we gotta kick it. Yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga like, fucking, this nigga just tell me he take me shopping. This is shit that goes on. But there's just a little fruit pie. Weird ass pictures and shit like that out there. Sitting out there for no reason. Yo, if you don't see accident pictures, it'll be like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident.
And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you in Fifth?
Hey, yo.
Why y'all?
I have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me. Y'all
really
can't
have
see
a
it.
beef?
I knew Diddy was a top tier manipulator when I started seeing his stuff be put into comic sketches or some sort of parodying of what's going on in real life. And not like somebody on the side was making these things. No, P. Diddy himself was participating in these skits to kind of hammer home the fact that, hey, I'm doing these things. It's all in a public light. And guess what? You can't do anything about it. I don't care if you catch me. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. I know for a fact that I can get away with this stuff and nobody can stop me.
I wouldn't drink that. Disgusted by the fact that he put that much baby oil on, or impressed that he put that much baby oil on and still didn't break character and made this video. I don't know.
If I was you, nigga, that's his.
Deleon tequila. Owned by a black man. Don't mind if I do.
Don't drink it, nigga. He got you. It's over with. He got you, nigga. He got you. He got you. I told you not to drink that shit. Look how he looking at you, nigga.
I wouldn't.
Stop.
Shot. Owned by a black man. Owned by a black man.
That's how he get you, nigga. That's how he get you, bro.
And it's crazy that we're taking these things as laughing matters and chalking it up to just be jokes in Hollywood or whatever the case may be. Because honestly, some of these people that were involved in these situations look like they were scared to death for their fucking lives being around P. Diddy. I can think about the time where Justin Bieber had got up on an interview and P. Diddy was in his mind just all the demonic things that he was doing to him.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But
this
never
nigga Justin is scared. Oh, this nigga Justin is scared. We might have another Drake Bell situation. This nigga Justin is scared.
You got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yeah.
Every time that
That
I've seen
nigga
Diddy
Justin
around
is
some of these
scared.
people that he's been around with in the industry for a long time, they seem to be very, very, very uncomfortable when it comes to P. Diddy. And that's because they know he has an incredible amount of power, and there will be nobody that will ever be able to do anything or believe what they say in regards to this
Big Dick Diddy.
I feel like this is another situation of R. Kelly because he's putting up rings of people to do his bidding for whatever deviancy that he has. R. Kelly back in the day was in the early 2000s getting his own version of Freak Off song with kids involved, and that's disgusting to say, but that's what really happened. But it was crazy because he had these situations set up nationwide, and he had people caping for him and covering for him. And ultimately, nobody cared or did anything because he was the Pied Piper of R&B. He was too powerful. People wanted to be famous, etc., etc. But the whole time, this man was doing nasty things right in our eyes, and nobody did anything about it. Now, if we fast forward to P. Diddy's blow up, and we're seeing situations where Carisha is seemingly facilitating, allegedly, all the things that P. Diddy is doing.
Carisha Ramika Brownlee has been roped into the rapper's legal woes with Rodney Lil Rod Jones lawsuit, adding 25 pages accusing of her trans person. Carisha out here as a drug mule?
Our noses by putting it as some sort of podcast or tweets or being very cryptic about it, and nobody seems to care. People literally have to be complicit for these acts of violence to go down, and I know that there are a lot of people tied to it. And I'm a little conflicted in this regard because for some of these people, they 100% have no regard for other humans. They don't care what happens to them. They are just along for the ride and whatever money is involved. But for other people, like I would assume Cassie, or who was that, August Alsina, or was it Kid Cudi that got his car blown up? I think all of them were truly fearful of their lives, and a lot of them got caught when they were young, like Cassie, who got caught when she was 16 just trying to make it into the entertainment industry. Sure, she could have backed out, I guess, at any time, but it might have cost her her life.
Yeah, racketeering is significant. If he gets racketeering for freak offs, it will be others involved. If you ever ran a train with Diddy, you're probably going to jail.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, that, you know, that's possibly on those cameras because he had cameras in the crib. So people are thinking that maybe there'll be other people involved.
Now, I 100% agree with Charlamagne the God here. A lot of people are going to go down in this Diddy situation. And I don't want to be that guy that speculates or does any sort of allegations for people who haven't expressly been named in the situations. But anybody who has a picture with P. Diddy right now is going to look so crazy in the light that they kind of got to be watched out. Especially the people who have been defending him this whole...
This nigga Boosie is so nasty. I feel Diddy in jail for basically doing whatever what every other famous entertainer has done. Flew bitches out for threesomes. He's just a freaker. We actually go call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex. If that's the case, if you've been flued out, this take niggas' phones. If you've been flown out and had sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. If that's the case, that's 80% of the women reading this. In trafficking, hell nah. You're a celebrity. You never gotta fly pussy in. How else you get that? You're never go in one place. When I saw that video, I was pissed off at this nigga. Like, he really got a problem. But facing life in prison for doing basically what so many other entertainers has done, I disagree. Take Boosie's phone. Somebody take Boosie's
saying
phone.
that he's doing nothing wrong. These people are adults. Those people are most likely complicit. Now, I'm sure in order to save face, P. Diddy's going to put down a lot of names on this, and all this stuff is going to be public. I'm pretty sure that this is also going to be a public trial because this is honestly the biggest case since like OJ or since Michael Jackson from back in the day. This is so huge and can spread so far and so wide that I don't see a way for a lot of the industry to skate this, kind of like they did in the Epstein situation. A lot of people are going to go down behind Diddy, and I know that's not something that he's used to, people going down behind him, but don't be surprised if your fame is on that list. This is why I constantly preach, do not fan out or favorite these celebrities, because the stuff that they do behind the closed doors is honestly deplorable. Let me make sure I get my elbows. I missed those totally.
Listen, bro. Hold on.
I'm getting ready because this next freak off is going to be behind closed bars for P. Diddy.
That's what I be saying, like, These celebrity niggas, they are humans too, and they are terrible people majority of the time. Stop. That's why I'm saying social media is not real. Let me say this, bro. Real life, this is going to sound crazy. Real life is not real. That shit is not real life. That shit is not real life. Y'all niggas got to start differentiating between just liking somebody as like an artist and then follow them as a person. These niggas do so much crazy stuff behind the scenes, and y'all will gawk and stand and glaze and get on your knees for these people all day, every day. I know a person, I love him to pieces. I know a guy who will stand Ariana Grande no matter what she does. She can be the worst person in the world. He's gonna stand her to death. Listen, let these the NBA young boy lovers, and I love young boys old music. That new shit ass. But the NBA young boy niggas, y'all niggas need to stop. That nigga is a real life menace to society. The King Von niggas, y'all need to stop. That nigga was a murderer. This nigga took lives. We have to stop. We have to stop. We have to stop. I have nieces. I have a niece who listens to King Von religiously. Me, you're 12. This nigga murdered people. And you're willing to go to bat for this nigga about anything. You don't even know him and you're never gonna meet him. Stop. We have to stop.